So I'm sitting there and I'm talking with the individual, and purposely, I wouldn't even talk about anything spiritual in that initial interaction. He comes to my office at 11. We start talking. I ask him where he's from, what his upbringing was like, what's his favorite sports team. I make as much small talk as I can. And I'm looking at that clock and I'm waiting for 11:23, and I'm looking at his reaction in that moment. Does he change? And if he changes, well, that's a big piece of evidence. If I see strong aggression, if I see a belligerence emerge, if I see all of a sudden he gets up, I gotta leave, and he walks out, that gives me information. On a human level, somebody praying next door shouldn't affect this individual at all. But I've now isolated something that gives me a lot of information. If I can consistently achieve that, then I have learning, which is evidence of the presence of the demonic. So the church, historically, traditionally looks for three signs. Superhuman strength beyond the capacity that the individual has. A 110-pound woman shouldn't be able to throw a 300-pound man across the room. When I say throw, I mean lift him up and he goes through the air 15 feet.
Is that something that you've seen?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Or there are three holders holding the person's arm down, say on an oak table. Uh-huh. And she is able to lift all three men up into the air. So you have men, I mean, none of them weighs under 250 pounds. She's got three of them on her arms. You would have the ability to speak, or you look for the ability to speak in unknown languages, languages that the person has never been taught. So I don't mean a word or a phrase or two. I mean speaking in them with perfect fluency. And then the third one is knowledge of the occult. And I mean the occult in the classical meaning of the word occult, which means that which is hidden. So the knowledge of future events that on a human level you couldn't possibly know, or knowledge of past events. So there might be, for example, something very embarrassing that happened to you at your 10th birthday party, and all of a sudden that person brings it up with incredible detail, and there's no human way that you could know that. Or you have a list that you wrote last night and you have it folded up in your pocket right now, and the individual is able to name every single thing on your list.